Manchester United have just beaten Bodo Glimt 3-2. And yes, interesting game. We got the win. Thank God for that. Manchester United win 3-2. Another win in the Europa League. That's the most important thing, I guess. But, I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means. The second half was much better than the first half. That's a big positive. Almarim, I think, changed things up. And, we looked more like a better football team in the second half, definitely. In the first half, it was an absolute mess. We score a goal early on, another early goal on the Almarim. Rasmus Højlund working really hard to get that. Garnacho getting on the end of it. 1-0 United. Then we concede two sloppy goals. Really shit defensively from Manchester United. Not good enough at all from the goals we concede. Malacia just not fit enough. Simple as that. We're just all over the place. The Lit for the second one played an awful ball up. Everyone's out of position, and they just played through. And then luckily Rasmus gets one late on in that first half to make it 2-2. And then early in the second half, Rasmus scores again, 3-2 United, and we go on and we end up winning the match from that. As I said, look, 3 points in the Europa League, that's the most important thing after today's game. But, ideally we want to be better than that. We want to be better than that. But, you can tell changes that were made from Ruben Amorim today. We look like a better football team. We look like a better football team, and that's the important thing in that second half. It's when, we brought Dallo on for Malacia. I think that was a very important change. And Ruben Amorim saw that and knew that something had to be done because Malacia simply was not fit enough whatsoever. Interesting change. I think Dallo came on and he did his job well at the back, in my opinion. Definitely he came on, did his job very well. And, I think that definitely helped us out a lot. We look at the other changes that were, of course, made as well. Rashford coming on, Diallo coming on for Mount, and Anthony. I thought, let's be real, Anthony was shocking today in that first half, was losing the ball so much. Honestly, not good enough from him. I thought Diallo came on, brought more energy into it on that right-hand side for us, same as Marcus. I thought it was much better. I thought it was much better when Rashford and Diallo came onto the pitch, in my opinion. Diallo brings that extra bit of energy, in my opinion. I thought Garnacho was decent at times on the left-hand side. He was making some good runs, taking on players nicely. But other than getting the first goal, I just feel like he wasted quite a few chances for us. But he was creating well. He created well for Rasmus at times as well, which was always good to see. Obviously, we brought Luke Shaw on, gave him a go again. That's what we need to keep on. I feel like for now, don't start Luke Shaw. Keep bringing off the bench, and then for half an hour, give him some game time, and let Luke Shaw try and get right back into the swing of things once again. Casemiro coming on for De Ligt. That was an interesting change, in my opinion, having Casemiro play really deep. But I thought he did fine. Thought Casemiro did fine. Picked his passes well. That was all good. Look, change in shape. And it was clear to see in that second half, we looked a lot better and there were positive signs of play, in my opinion. There were some good creative moments in that second half. We could have scored more goals. It's clear, there's a style of play that Ruben Amorim wants to bring in. Look, let's be real. Overall, the game was pretty painful to watch. But, while we're really starting to get into the swing of things, we're not going to be entertaining. It's going to take time, we're not going to be the most entertaining side, but we need to stay with it. We need to trust this process, and once we do, and once Ruben Amorim does get everything going, we're gonna be a bloody entertaining side to watch under Ruben Amorim. Once things really do get going and we're used to the shape that we're playing in, it's all a process, and I do have hope in Ruben Amorim's style of play. 100%. It's his way, or there's no way at all. That's what I like about Ruben Amorim. We're going to play by his way. Ruben Amorim's not going to change his tactics just to benefit the players. You know, they're going to do it his way, and that's exactly what needs to happen. And, you know, it's not like Ten Hag, where Ten Hag just tried to switch things up. Ten Hag had a style of play, then he just brought in a style of play that he wanted to suit the players, but it was literally nothing at all. Ruben Amorim, it's his way, no matter what. And as I said, that's the good thing about Ruben, and this is hopefully going to bloody work. You know, Ruben just needs to keep grinding with this. He needs to keep, you know, and you know, it was good to see Ruben Amorim as well. He needs to keep experimenting with the players. And that's what we saw quite a bit of today, you know, experimenting quite a bit, you know, putting Casemiro deeper, you know, Ahmad, Rashford on the pitch at the same time, and Garnacho all on the pitch at the same time. That was interesting stuff to see. Yeah, obviously, you know, giving Mount some game time today. Again, you know, it's interesting. You know, he's experimenting with the players. You know, Malacia as well, giving him a start. That was interesting. He's trying things out. He is trying things out. And, you know, again, with Malacia, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, he's been out for a while. Let's just give him time. And let's hope he builds his way back into it. But yeah, I do think today was a good game to really experiment stuff. I mean, thank God we won it, because if we didn't, then we'd be having a different conversation. But luckily, we were able to win. And Ruben Amorim, I mean, to be fair though, like a lot of all this right now is Ruben Amorim having to test things out that win games. You know, like, you know, he has to take risks at this point, because if he doesn't, then, you know, then we're not going to be in the right place. I feel like a lot of things with our past managers is that they don't want to take risks. With Ruben Amorim, he wants to take risks. He needs to experiment at this part of the season, and once he does, and once we do get some momentum going, and when we do have a team that he's happy with and players that he's happy with, then we can go from there. But right now, it's all about experimenting and trusting the process and building on trying to be as entertaining as possible. That's what we need to do. But we created one in that second half. First half wasn't good enough, but I think Ruben Amorim learned, and the shape changed, players changed. So it's going to be interesting stuff to see. But yeah, wasn't the greatest game from us today, but we're building on it, and it's clear to see. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one. Come on, Man United.